This is an emergency broadcast, you guys. We are all being tested right now in our own way. We are being tested, and are you passing the test? Some people, you all were tested really hardcore last year, 2024, or maybe 2023. You went through some really tough times. Maybe you lost something or someone. Maybe there was a breakup, a divorce. Maybe you lost your business. I've seen a lot of people go through like super tough times in the last year or two. And for other people, 2025 is the year that we're being tested. And so we have to look at like what is being asked of you right now. The universe, some people call God the universe, but the universe is a creation of God. So the source, the one who created everything. I get so shadow banned on Instagram every time I use the G word. It's crazy. But the creator of the universe. And if you're more comfortable using the word universe, do you, whatever. Use the word that you feel comfortable with. But the universe is kind of bitch slapping everyone at this time. And the universe is forcing you to let go of things or people or situations that are not a match for where you want to go next. So you may be forced to act on something that you've been called to do, but you ignored the call. So now is the time that you're like being forced to finally act on the call. I'm really curious what you guys are experiencing on my YouTube channel, or you guys that follow me on Instagram. There's not a lot of sharing, and that's partly my fault because I trained you all to not share anything. Like I closed comments for so long on my blog and just everything else. I was like, I don't want y'all's comments. But things are shifting, and now I'm like, that's being closed off, right? That's like being closed off to my next level, which is to allow the comments and to invite the comments. But I take responsibility for that. There was zero engagement on a lot of my content. But I find it interesting that on my YouTube channel, you guys like to comment on the very like out of the ordinary topics that I talk about. I'm like, okay, like one of my most viewed videos is the one where I said I used to work at Arby's. When I was 16, I had a job, or 15, I had a job at Arby's for like a month, or, very short-lived job. And that gets a lot of views. And there's like other videos where you guys comment on that stuff. But what I want you to do, what I'm asking you to do for this video is I would really love to hear what you are being tested with right now in this season of life. I'm recording this video on February 26, 2025. Weird time to be alive, exciting time to be alive, depending on who you ask. Scary time to be alive. I don't really like to go into fear, but sometimes fear gets a hold of me, and I have to know that we're not instructed to follow the spirit of fear. We are instructed to let fear go. So what are you being tested with? What are you being asked to let go of? Are you being asked to sacrifice something? Are you being asked to let go of someone or something that you know with every fiber of your being that this is not healthy anymore, if it was ever, or this is not the direction that I need to be going? Like, what is it that you know you need to take action on that you're not? Is it something that you need to take a step towards? Like a lot of the freelancers who, people that are making money as a freelancer, or maybe they want to grow their business as a freelancer, or maybe you want to start a side hustle, or you want to quit your job and write full time, or do something where you have complete control of your time and the way that you use your time. Like what is that what's calling to you? Like, is that the step that you need to take? Like, comment on this video. Like, what is it? Let me read your comment. Let me receive that, and let me offer you like my 2 cents on it. You're here on my channel. You follow my content. Some of you guys comment on my videos. I appreciate that. And share that. Like, what is it that you're being tested on? What is it that you're being called to? And I'll do this for myself. Like, one of the things that's really testing me right now is about 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago, I lost a really big client that I've been writing for many, many years. And I have my identity like wrapped up in this client, and I've been in denial about it. Like, this isn't real. Like, this doesn't translate to my brain. Like, this can't be real, right? And so my test is actually letting that go. Like, let the client go. They made a business decision for themselves, right? They decided to go in a different direction. They might be back because they've done it before. They let me go before, and then they came back and I accepted them back. But what I'm being tested with right now is like actually letting that go. Because here's the thing, you guys. If you read my book, The Anti-Marketing Manifesto, there is a chapter in there in which I just rant against terrible coaches, fake gurus, right? There is a whole chapter detailing how I was witnessing all of these coaches and gurus, and they were just horrible because they were not living what they were teaching. And I was very jaded against all of them for a period of time. And over the last 2 to 3 years, I have really realized something about myself, and that's that I actually get great joy from coaching people. It like lights my life up when I see my students' wins, when I see their progress. We have weekly check-ins where they send me a weekly email. There's 3 questions that I ask them every week, and it just keeps them on the right track. It is so amazing. And every time they email and there's new wins to report every single week. That just like lights me up. And so for the last 2 to 3 years, I have been getting this calling of, Michelle, you are actually meant to guide people and lead people and coach people. And despite having negative associations of that word, coach, I need to let that go. And I need to disassociate myself with all of the past negative experiences that I've had with other coaches who weren't doing it perfectly and who I disagreed with on many things, and people who let me down, who disappointed me in some way. And, some of them gave me value. A lot of them gave me value in areas where it was like uncomfortable to get that value. Like, I would have preferred it packaged differently, but that is something I need to let go, is this idea that just all coaches are just horrible, because like this assumption that all of them don't practice what they preach, because literally all of them in some way make mistakes, don't practice what they preach, are full of shit, or have human moments. And what I've realized is if I coach people, which I have done, I've coached a handful of copywriters over the last year or two. Very, very few. I'm not working very hard to build this business, but I am being called to build the coaching business because I don't know. My time as a copywriter, it's coming. I don't want to say it's coming to an end, but let me tell you guys, I am pretty tired of making other people rich as fuck. I am pretty tired of making other people a shit ton of money. And then I only get paid the fee that I charge them. So, when someone makes hundreds of thousands of dollars off my writing or millions of dollars off my writing, which is part of our agreement, I get it. But when they continually do that and I don't get a part of that, I don't see the wealth in that. I only collect the fee that I charge, which is, a few $1,000s over and over again. That's not the same. So it's like a part of me is really tired of making other people rich. And it's like, I want to make myself rich, right? Like I have a certain level of financial capability that I've achieved. Right? Our rent at this house is $2,500 a month. It's a 4-bedroom house, 2,000 square feet. It's beautiful. And it's like, I love my car. My car is a 2000, okay? I love my car. Part of that is like, I just love 90s era, 2000 era cars. I really don't like the new cars. They just look like cheese wedges to me. Save that for another video. But it's like, I haven't really achieved a level that I'm capable of. And that is what the universe is telling me. That's what God is telling me with this bitch slap to my life. It's saying, by holding on to this client, by writing for this client, you are actually keeping yourself small, and that is no longer acceptable. That is no longer acceptable. So what do we have to do? We have to let it go. I have to let go of this idea that my identity is tied to writing for this client, because it's not. It's actually not. And that was something, I really struggled with the past few weeks. So, all of that to say, it is time. I know what my shortcomings are as a leader. I have not been the best leader. I really am one of those people that just does not want to lead other people. But life continually is like, Michelle, you're a leader. Step the fuck up and lead these people because they need your guidance. And it's not like I even want to do that. It's like I'm being called to do that. And for me to continue ignoring the call would be selfish. And it's not going to help anybody. So it's like when I'm a copywriter, I'm behind my laptop typing away. I don't have to lead anybody except myself. And that is so easy. I don't have to lead anybody when I'm doing copywriting. I'm alone in my cave and I love it, and it's safe, right? When you're coaching people, you have to lead them through difficult moments, emotional moments, human moments, and that can be difficult. It can be scary, but on the other side of that, you're helping them get what they want. So I want to help you guys get what you want. I'm pretty good at getting what I want in a lot of ways, right? There's other ways where I'm still working on it, but look at what the fuck I've done. Like, we moved from Colorado to Arizona. We've rented these beautiful houses, and I freaking wrote for a living. I'm using past tense now. But I did that. I did not do a cubicle job that I despise. I wrote for clients that I really loved writing for, so much that my identity became wrapped up in it. And it's like, I did that. And it's like, okay, the next thing that I want to do is I want to grow this coaching business. And I want to keep it really, really pure. So I want this, the way that I'm seeing this, is I am seeing this as this is going to be all about you guys, right? What is your dream? What do you want to do that you need encouragement on? I'm trying on the word encouragement as my new identity because I keep getting that feedback. I keep seeing that word. I keep, hearing people reflect it back to me, I'm like, me? I'm encouraging? Okay. I'm usually snarky, but encouragement. I want to encourage anyone who's watching this video. Like, what is that thing that is really calling to you, or things, plural, that you want to do, but maybe you're scared to do it? Maybe you're talking yourself out of doing it. Maybe you're telling yourself, there's no way that I can do this, so why even try? What is that thing for you? Drop it in the comments. Allow me to read it. Allow me to respond to it. I think that would be a super fun experience for both of us. And here's the other thing too. When we are being asked or forced to let go of something, in the moment, it can be very, very painful. It can be very uncomfortable. And you might be in denial about it and be like, I don't want to let this thing go. I don't. Like, I'm just going to hold on to it and keep pretending that it's in my life. That just brings pain. That brings suffering. That is a difficult situation to be in. But when you let it go, there is something so much greater on the other side of that. You can't even imagine it. And so when you create this space, this vacuum, it has to be filled with something else. And in most cases, it's going to be something better. It's going to be something bigger and grander and just better. So I wanted to share that video with you guys because, you know, I was crying earlier. I had a very emotional hour. I'm not going to say day. I had an emotional hour today. And, you know, it's just hard to let something go sometimes. I hate change. I fucking hate it. I love when my routine is just so on point and everything's the same and I can count on this and I can count on that. And then boom, something changes and I'm just like pissed or annoyed. But I have to lead myself through that and, you know, get over it. So hope this video was helpful to you guys. I look forward to reading your comments. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.